Hi, this is Arnold, and today we will learn how to install Laravel on our local machine. This tutorial requires PHP version 7.2 and higher and Composer installed on your PC. I also need you to have a basic knowledge about PHP web development. I have other tutorial for that on the description down below. As for my local machine, I've already installed SAMP, that is why I already have PHP installed. Link for the Composer installer will be on the description down below also. Let's begin. There are a lot of ways that you can install Laravel on your local computer. We can use Homestead or Docker, but we will talk about the simplest method we can discuss. Again, the only requirements are just PHP and Composer. So we can see here, we can use this VS Code as our environment. Uh, this is our folder right now. So we have the Laravel app folder, which is on my documents. So unlike the basic PHP code that we already have a tutorial on my other videos, we can develop Laravel outside the htdocs folder as the structure from the SAMP. So here we can develop it under the documents folder. So we need Composer. To start the Composer is that we need to start a new terminal. You can click terminal and then new terminal. We can use Composer to download the files that we needed, especially the structure of the Laravel framework. As we've already discussed, Laravel is a framework of PHP, and we require files that we need to download. So we are going to use Composer commands to download those files and those extensions. So to check if you already have a Composer installed on your local machine, you can just type Composer and then click enter on the terminal. If you already have installed Composer, you will see this that will indicate the Composer version. As you can see, we're using it version 2.0.4. So that is why we can use the Composer commands. To install Laravel on our local machine, we can just use the Composer command for creating project. We can do something like this: Composer space create dash project to dash prefer this Laravel slash Laravel and then colon, and then the version that we needed to use, we are going to use 7.0, then space the name of our project. For now, we were going to use my app name. You can choose your own application name on your project. So I am choosing my app, and then we will click enter. So as you can see, the Composer will download all the needed files as it's creating a Laravel 7.0 version. Then it's installing some files that we needed: env, the routes, the config. It it will take a while to download, to install those files. As you can see the files in their version, you will see everything on the terminal happening. So that is the command, that is the use for Composer. It is used to download those files. And also we are going to use Composer on our deployment if our environment or our host already have a Composer installed. It will be easier for us to deploy because we can just put our codes on our host, and then we can exclude the vendor because it's really big, and then we can just download the vendor from our host directly. We are allowed not to upload the host from our local machine to the host. So Composer has the power to have download that vendor folder down to your host directly. So that's it. If it's already done, you can see uh, You can see this application key set successfully, and you will see your app name here, the folder on the folder part. You can see all the files downloaded for that. You can see the routes, you can see the storage, the database, the app. We will discuss all the function of those folder on the coming videos. But for now, we will just see. Oh, so we already have files. If we're going to run our PHP, uh, Laravel app as it is, we can just enter the command. We must go inside the folder first. So we will click cd space my app. We will click on the folder name, and then we are already inside on the folder. If we are already inside, we can enter the command for running the Laravel. PHP space artisan serve. Then click enter. You will see this, and when you click control and then click, or you can just copy so that you can see. And we will go on our browser. We already have that, and then click enter. You will see that our app is perfectly running. This is the initial file for the Laravel application or Laravel framework. So if you want to edit, you will edit the content for this HTML, the PHP file for this, the view. Uh, so if you want, as long as this one is running, as long as it has this, you will see all the visits on that page and other things that's happening on your app. Like if you refresh this, you will see that it has another visit. To get out of that, you can just click Control C, and then it will not run anymore. So if you refresh this one, it will your project will not show. So where can we edit that page? So we already have the public folder. This is where the domain is directing. So we already have HT access here that can show us a clean code. As you can see, the URL doesn't have a .php thing, and we can see directly the PHP file. It is because it has a clean route. So even though it's directing on the public, the files that we can see is not under the public folder. So we will go to the resources, and then under the views folder. As we can see, we have a blade file here, the welcome.blade.php. We will discuss further about blade when we already on the views. But as you can see, this is the file that we can access. We initially access on the welcome.blade.php. We can edit this. Let's say, for example, say welcome to Laravel. This will be the title. And then if we run this file, save, and then run, and then we click refresh here, you can see the update here because we're accessing the views. So if we get out here, so what we can see is the route. If you can go to the routes folder and go to the web file, you can see that this is the one that is setting the routes. You can see uh, routes was set on the initial page on the main page of our app. Is It is commanded to return a view, the welcome file, which is under the view folder, the welcome. That is why it's returning this file. So we will discuss further on the next video about views, routes, controllers, and other things that you need to know to develop your app. For now, we've successfully installed our first uh, PHP Laravel framework app. We will discuss further about other things, other other parts of the framework on the next video. Thank you for joining us. See you on the next video. Bye.